whenever whenever I becomes whenever I becomes 3. 3 means that as per the incrementation, every time 1 plus 1 1 plus, whenever I becomes 3, 3 less than 4, so condition is satisfied. That moment at the 3 index, whatever the value will be there, that will be stored in I and that will be printed. So I incremented to 1, 3 plus 1. Whenever I 3 plus 1 4, so 4 I is equal to 4, 4 less than 4. This condition not satisfied. 4 less than 4, 4 is equal to 4. Understood that? So 4 is equal to 4. So condition not satisfied, this loop broken. Okay, so all the values until I is equal to 3, so last index value 15. If whenever I incremented 1 plus 1 like that 4, the condition is not satisfied, loop will be terminated. Okay, this is the for loop syntax. In the for loop, initially we need to set I is equal to 0, and then condition we need to write, this loop will be executed until I value less than 4. Whenever I value 3 up to third index, 3 less than 4, condition satisfies, the last value will be printed. Whenever I will be 4, 4 less than 4, so this condition is not satisfied. And incrementation every time, one will be incremented. Okay, this is for print statement. So now if you run this code, build and run, so it is giving error. What is that error? Expected. This is error. Why? Because try to understand everywhere this line of instruction semicolon, I have used colon, that's why it is giving error, semicolon. Okay, now run this code, build and run. Okay, so let us see what is happening here. You are getting all the values in single line. Okay, you are getting all the values in single line. So I told you that you want to get line by line one, that is what, next line character. We need to use next line character, that is called /n. Okay, this is called next line character. So whenever we use next line character, so you will get all the statements one by one, like this you will get. So here the 10, that is part of 5, because 5, where is 5? 5 is where int, this is here na, so int was here. 5 and 10 both are, there is no any gap, 5 printed and 10 printed, okay, at a time, so it is not accepted. So here you need to also use here a, that is what your next line character, /n / \n means next line character. Now you run this code, you run this code again, stop this code, abort means stop. Now see, this is the output. 5 is the value stored in a 5 value, single value stored in a variable. Vasu is a variable, single value stored in a variable. Then after 10 15.5, but you have, this is the important point, we need to understand that you have stored 15.5 float value you have stored here. Okay, but it is rounded up to 15. Okay, even though if you have passed any that is what your float value, that will be rounded up to integer value. Okay, it accepts that, but it will consider that as a integer. Okay, next 15 20 15. Okay, so this is the way how to access all values of an array one by one by using a for loop. This is the syntax, as I have briefed. Syntax means, try to understand how the syntax. initially this statement you need to write, you know? If you will not write this statement, you will get the error. Okay, you need to declare int I, then for loop start, this is the keyword for loop, brackets, within the bracket you need to set up this I as 0 initially. Okay, you need to set up this I as 0. Okay, if you remove this, if you kept in comment, then you will get error. Try to understand. See, abortment stop, build and run, build and run. You are getting, still you are getting, there is no need to write this code extra. So it's very nice. I found that no need to write this code extra. Okay, okay, you have internally set up, okay, this I declared and set up, this is right. And then after, so this is okay, condition, and this is incrementation. So I am commenting here, initialize I to be initialized I to be set up to 0, otherwise whatever I to be set up to any value, that is what, that is up to you, any value. So initially it is to be set up any value, but I have set up 0 because I need to start from the 0 index. Okay, next is condition to be one condition to be set up, one condition to be set up. What is that condition? I to be initialized, I to be set up to any value. I have set up this value to 0 because I want to go through 0 index. And one condition to be set up, that condition I am stating that I am informing the compiler that until the loop will be continued whenever I value less than 4. Whenever I value is not less than 4, loop will be terminated. That condition I need to write. Okay, so I have here 4 values are there, so I always less than 4 because the last index is 3. So every time I to be incremented, I plus 1. This is the syntax I have written. Okay, so now how to change this value at 0 index? Suppose if I want to change at this 0 index, okay, can I change this at 0 index? printf format specifier, within this percentage d or I can be used, then after I need to put x, okay, square brackets I, this is the syntax. Okay, then termination. Why I am losing all this, something is happening here. So how can I change, how can I change a value at any index of an array? Okay, this is so this array is actually data structure. Okay, data structure, whenever you study DS and algorithm, data structures and algorithms, then that moment you will data structures and algorithms started with array. Okay, different data structures are there. Okay, linked lists are there, array lists are there, arrays, graph and stack, queue, so many array lists. So the first data structure we will study in data structures and algorithm, that is array. Okay, so now how can I change a value at any index of an array? So how can we do it? So for this, suppose if I want to change at 0 index the value, to change 0 index you need to write the code like this. Okay, index and index, okay, bracket here we need to say 0 index, that index